Yo, ladies and gentlemen, Lord Nuxanor hath returned with the brand new, most requested lore dive shit ever. I've been doing these, you've been liking it, it's been fun. There's this new Godzilla x Kong movie situation going on, and if you are aware, there has been a lot of this. A lot of Godzilla movies, Kong movies, kaiju movies. They're everywhere. They're fighting each other. There are all these giant monsters everywhere. Did you know that it is an extended universe? You ever heard of the Monsterverse, bro? All the different freaking kaijus and goombas and gugas that have been throughout history just showing up in different pieces of fiction, somehow fighting each other? Well, it turns out it is an extended universe. It is a Marvel Cinematic Universe level Guga situation. So today we're watching Movie Balls Deep's insane history of the Monsterverse. This is gonna be wild.
Godzilla and Kong. These two eternal rivals would one day bring about an end to a great war that had plagued the Earth since the dawn of time.
Bet none of you thought that that was gonna be part of the lore. What?
But what is the ancient war, and
Please
why
tell
did
us.
it all begin?
Yeah, dude, what's so insane is the amount of lore that everything, like, ever since I've been looking into, like, just random creepy lore pits on the internet, it's been going crazy.
Well, the history of the Monsterverse is constantly changing, so my job is to make sense of what we've been told to help you get the full picture based on the multiple origins we're given.
All right, let's
because
go,
with
baby.
Godzilla x Kong, this war has finally come to an end. First, we must rewind to a time where both species were at their peak.
The time of monkey!
Titanus and Ghidorah were regarded as the protectors of Earth. It was their job to keep...
What the fuck? I have no idea that the lore went this hard. Wait, I don't understand. How is that even possible?
the natural order, well, in order. And then there was Titanus Kong, the protectors of humanity. Deep within the hollow earth, there was also a race of advanced...
It's a hollow earth theory? The hollow earth is canon in the King Kong lore. There is no way. There's no way. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Agartha, have you not seen all 38 Godzilla films? No, I can't say I have. But are you familiar with Agartha? This is one of my favorite conspiracy theories for those of you that aren't aware. So Agartha is a conspiracy theory that the Earth, you see, is actually hollow. You see, okay, this is a Steam game for Agartha. Right, this is something that, this is an actual story that a lot of people, this is a conspiracy that a lot of people actually believe in, right? That here's the outside of the Earth, the crust, but inside the Earth is Agartha, because the Earth isn't actually hollow, it's just, everything is just the maiden abyss. So Agartha is actually canon in the King Kong Godzilla lore. There is no way.
civilizations called the Iwi. These ancient humans worshipped the Titans.
Bro, these guys look like gooners.
The great apes were an ally, Mothra a guardian, and Gojira a god. They coexisted, developing telepathic communications with the Titans. However, this close bond soon became a curse.
Yo, what the frick? I had no idea that Godzilla lore went this far back. I am actually freaking out. That is bonkers wild.
Ancient humanity began enslaving Titans to use in warfare.
Based humans! Based humans!
Eventually, the monsters rebelled, sparking a great war with humanity. And seeing how the great apes were their protectors, they too got involved. But one saw this opportunity as something greater. Scar King. This tyrannical...
Where the fuck does this all come from?
...leader challenged Godzilla with the goal of ruling the surface world for himself. Things changed though when, according to an old Iwi tale,
that's insane. So basically, in the ancient past, there were these godlike creatures, Titans. Godzilla, bad guy. Monkeys, the good guy. That's crazy. In the Monsterverse, all the kaiju are given scientific names, all in genus Titanus. That's wild.
Godzilla
And then there was a whole monkey civil war.
ate a star. This refers to the origins of his atomic breath, as Godzilla's species used the hollow earth energy to power up. This is why Kong's axe reacts the same way to the energy as it does to Godzilla charging up. This power...
This is such an insane deep dive. What the crap?
...helped Godzilla evolve, becoming the new alpha species.
The alpha species. Here before he starts a podcast, Fresh and Fit 2, where he talks about how sex trafficking women is actually good for them or something.
This parallels how MechaGodzilla later underwent an evolution after harnessing that very same power.
Are you telling me MechaGodzilla is a thing?
Nonetheless, this war was a bloody one, with many titans being wiped off the face of the planet, including many of Godzilla's family. The events of this war are stated to have resulted in the Ice Age, thanks to Scar King and his enslavement of Shimo. She is one of the oldest titans of all time, responsible for the first ever Ice Age, making her over 2 billion years old.
Can you explain to me what this has to do with the modern day at all? So, how do people not know about this? That there was a massive King of Monsters battle in the past? Like, Godzilla's family versus the monkeys?
In spite of this,
I had no idea any of this was in the actual lore.
This Godzilla eventually came out on top. Those who survived the war scattered across Earth. The remaining Kongs fled to Skull Island along with some of the Iwi. Thus, a prophecy was made. One day...
This has been a thing as far as you could remember? Bro, on God, I had no idea that this was a thing. I thought King Kong was just they found a big monkey on an island, and Godzilla was just a random kaiju showed up in Japan. I did not know there was some sort of massive ancient war between gods.
An Iwi from Skull Island would return and awaken Mothra, helping end the
Mothra is... I can't believe Mothra is part of the lore of this tons of lore. Well, obviously, there was this whole weird kaiju war. I didn't know this was a thing at all.
War for good. Other humans created new colonies across the globe in places such as Egypt, North and South America, Europe, and Asia. These are
just listed continents, bro.
Likely the source of modern man, as despite their memories of the Titans fading over time,
How?
the fact that the Chen family and even Madison Russell have a psychic connection to Mothra,
what?
according to the King of the Monsters novel, suggests...
Bro, went through the... There are novels. You knew that there were King of Monster novels? Kaiju lore is insane. I had no idea kaiju lore went this deep.
Suggests that their lineage does link back to this ancient humanity. Inside the Hollow Earth, however, Godzilla sent Scar King and his tribe into exile within the subterranean area of the Hollow Earth. Yep, that's right. The Hollow Earth just got hollower. With this war...
Oh my god, bro. What does that even mean? Oh my god, bro. It must be hot as hell in there.
Or seemingly over and the Ice Age drastically changing the world's landscape, the remaining Titans...
So was all this before the Ice Age? So I get how humanity wouldn't know that this was a thing, right? And there are just these ancient kaijus that I guess are mostly either extinct or living in the Hollow Earth that no one knows about.
Titans went into deep hibernation. By 11th century BC, only one other known Godzilla remained, Dagon, but even he succumbed to an ancient rival, the Muto Prime,
Who the fuck are these people?
aka Jinshin Mushi. Elsewhere on Skull Island, Kong's parents were all that was left, with them succumbing to the Skull Crawlers the day Kong was born, leaving him without a family, filled with an instant reality of this cruel world and what this war was capable of.
That's wild. So there's like a whole Kong novel. So the King Kong in the actual King Kong story that they find on Skull Island is the only one, right? Is the only actual Kong that's on the surface. The rest are all living in Agartha, in the Hollow Earth. And there are just these massive kaiju Godzilla creatures that are always around. They're just kind of frozen and hibernating since the Ice Age and hopefully will never wake up. That's wild.
As he grew up, Kong came to learn of the many cave paintings depicting his species' past and his future. Fierce battles against titans, with one being Godzilla. The aftermath of one we can actually see in one of Godzilla's old homes in Godzilla Dominion with a Kong skull inside. Kong would soon get some unexpected guests in 1944 during World War II though.
See, but that's the thing. I thought that was like an enclosed story. I literally thought that was an enclosed story, that, you know, King Kong was like a creature that existed.
As two pilots, Hank Marlowe and Gunpei Ikari, found themselves stranded. Realizing that a massive monkey was staring them down, they understood that there was probably bigger things to worry about and put their differences aside to work together and survive. The following year though, another event occurred that brought Kong and Godzilla one step closer to finally meeting. The G-Man we know and love had been sleeping deep underwater before eventually waking up in 1945.
No way, not not the atomic bombs. That's the canon? Is the canon that when Japan got Oppenheimered, it woke Godzilla? Literal nuclear weapons is what woke Godzilla to attack Japan?
Following the bombing of Hiroshima. Now that mankind had begun using nuclear weapons, it made many other titans that had been hibernating come out for a snack, resulting in the conception of Monarch. More importantly,
yo, that's crazy. That's the canon event. It's a canon event! Bro, see, here's the thing. I thought Godzilla was a metaphor for nuclear war. Like the devastation of Godzilla showing up in the middle of a city, watching everything be torn to shreds. I always thought that that was a metaphor for the actual bomb that dropped and the way it, you know, it destroyed countless people. I didn't realize, I mean, or maybe that's actually what it was originally when it was conceived, before this whole Monsterverse showed up. But then they literally turned the Monsterverse into this insane canon where Godzilla and Kong were fighting. The timelines even work out.
It marked the beginning of a new chapter in this ancient war, as the events of each movie parallel the full history of this prehistoric battle. Godzilla's re-emergence led to him attacking American and Soviet subs in the South Pacific, leading one country to blame the other. Luckily, Professor Keiko, Lee Shaw, and Bill Randa managed to confirm Godzilla's
name is Bill Random?
Existence. And so, America does what America does best.
Let's go, America!
They killed it.
Based America. Like, what were you gonna say? Should they not have killed it? No, they should have actually killed it. Based America.
Except they didn't.
Fuck! I hate it when that happens. They killed it. Except they didn't kill it? Listen, like...
They bombed Godzilla with a dry fuel hydrogen bomb during a test, leading to his disappearance, making them believe they had actually killed Godzilla. Instead, he quite literally ate the nuke for breakfast.
I hate that. I hate that a lot. Like, what's humanity even supposed to do? What's so wild? Every single story that, like, you have, like, these ancient mythological creatures that are somehow impacting humanity in one way or another. There's always some way that humans make a difference. But if it could just eat a hydrogen bomb, then humanity ain't never doing shit, right? Like, it ain't never helping. So at that point, what do you even do? You just bow to the whims of their majesty? You just pray and hope that some other ethereal, godly monster will show up to save the day, because it's not like humans actually have a prayer alone. Yeah, it's fucked up. This is his world, and we are just living in it.
Elsewhere on Skull Island, the human race made the first recorded contact with Kong, understanding him to be a protector of the people. Thus, history began repeating itself.
Yo, that's fucked up. So that's how the plot actually developed. So humanity found Kong, recognized Kong was a good dude, a good bro, a nice homie, and eventually recognized that this is the only hope. They started praying to their monkey gods, and the same thing happens again, and this will probably cause some other Ice Age type shit.
Humanity had once again chosen Kong as their protector and attempted to kill Godzilla, a theme which continued going into the fateful G-Day that destroyed San Francisco in 2014. Despite helping kill the Mutos and restoring natural order, humans still feared the big lizard, and so they did what they do best, attempting to nuke him once more.
Yes! If one worked, if one nuke doesn't work. Bro, please say 189.
Idiot, you're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Things would.
Bro, didn't even drop the best part of that clip. He had that clip all pulled up and didn't even drop the best part. Here, I have it saved to my computer. Don't worry, I got you.
You guys must really think I'm dumb. Oh, my IQ level is dumb high.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not trying to brag. My IQ level's 189. That is a very high IQ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spitting. Yeah, don't ask why I have that saved to my computer. It's important. It's important.
It would only get worse for Godzilla though, as humanity continued to make his life hell in this never-ending Titan war. This time, modern man had discovered a method of controlling Titans and unleashed an ancient enemy that Godzilla had fought many times in the past.
Wait, Godzilla fought this enemy?
King Ghidorah.
That's shitty. No one likes when King Ghidorah shows up.
This was because eco-terrorists Alan Jonah and Enma.
Bro, they even got the Lannisters in on this shit. Oh man, King Ghidorah. That's wild. So, wait. So who is King Ghidorah in this lore? If Godzilla was this ancient creature that wanted to wipe out humanity, why is Chet being like, Ghidorah the goat-based dragon? Bro, what are you doing? He's literally trying to kill humanity. That's not Pog.
Emma Russell believed they could do Godzilla.
The coolest Godzilla villain? Bro, stop! He's from space? Okay, dude. I don't even know if I believe any of this shit.
Godzilla's job better than him and restore a true natural order.
So he's PETA, basically. He is the vegan teacher.
Instead, what they got was total chaos, as Ghidorah became the false king, bending all other titans to his will. As said in legend, Ghidorah fell from the stars, as that's where he originates from.
Oh, he really is an alien. You weren't even joking.
As an invasive alien species.
Oh my God.
Dr. Eileen Chen's field notes in the movie's novelization quote a Highland New Guinea storyteller whose description of Mandandare Aquanumba closely resembles Ghidorah.
Yo, that is a scary fucking dragon.
Stating that he was a younger son and would not inherit territory, and so he came here to find his own.
Bro, it's always family issues, you know what I'm saying? Listen, family issues led to Space Hydra destroying the world. Makes sense.
Even when Godzilla got Ghidorah in the water where he'd finally be able to end this battle, humanity just had to get involved and ruin it all with the oxygen destroyer bomb. Because he was from space, it had no effect on Ghidorah. Godzilla...
God damn it! Humans out there, they're like, when the bigger gun doesn't work, it's just like, we're out of options. We have so many options. Realizing that guns don't work. Out of options.
On the other hand, well, he'd seen better days, and so the humans kind of felt like they owed him a favour, with Mothra being a beacon of hope, showing them where the G-Man was resting in...
The G-Man? Frick? Is that like a superhero that can always find the G-spot? Is that like a thing?
Inside his ancient throne room. Using a nuke, Godzilla was recharged.
The G-Man's Godzilla. I'm an idiot. But what? They nuked Godzilla to wake it up. Let me remind you, Godzilla is the one that wiped out, like, Japan, okay? They woke up Godzilla to fight off Ghidorah, and then they're gonna need to figure out some way to subdue Godzilla all over again. What the fuck? They're just like, they're said to nuke at us. All right, I guess we nuke the nuke. What? That makes no sense. Do it anyway!
And able to fight again. But in doing so, modern man erased what remained of the ancient Titan-worshipping temple, symbolizing the beginning of a change.
We love
Out
that.
with the old ways, in with the new. Thanks to the combination of humanity, Mothra, and Godzilla, Ghidorah was defeated, restoring true balance. As
True balance, except you have fucking Godzilla still running around.
Godzilla was made the new king of the monsters.
Bro. So that's how Godzilla finally took his throne, right after turning to Ghidorah and saying, I am atomic.
All other titans bowed down to him as their alpha, but there was one missing.
Oh, monkey!
Kong. Because for all he cares, he is king. And what is a king to a god? Following the storms
What? What?
caused by
That's not a real expression.
Ghidorah, Skull Island was put on full lockdown. During these storms, the Iwi tribe were totally wiped out, aside from Gia, the chosen one who would fulfill the prophecy.
That's pretty
The war
awesome.
wasn't over just yet, though.
No, it wasn't awesome that they got wiped out, but it was awesome that they have a chosen one.
Whilst some of humanity came to understand that Godzilla meant no harm, others still believed themselves to be
Godzilla meant no harm, but why did it wipe out Tokyo? Okay, like why did it mean if it meant no harm? I love how the humans are just basically just. There is some sort of existential horror about the idea that these kaijus are out there or whatever, and I think it's terrifying because think about it for just a second. These humans are playing in a god's world, right? These are forces so far beyond these humans' control that it's not like they can actually do anything. This version of Godzilla didn't wake out Tokyo. Tokyo just woke it from its slumber. Alright, dude. Tokyo was on his territory. Okay, whatever excuse you want to give. Like, ultimately, what? We are children playing in an adult's world. Like, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that these people could do if any of these titans wanted to do something about them, aside from hopefully another titan will save them. Like, there is something wildly scary about that. Like, truly, truly horrifying.
top of the food chain. They may have failed to control the Titan.
Dude, what the... This is just the Yuji outfit with the little Uchiha sword over here. It's just sending me, bro. That's just sending me.
But Apex,
bro, it's like when this very real text exchange happened with someone's girlfriend. If I die, will you find a new girl? Sends this image. Why'd you send me this picture? I just want an answer. Bro, this picture is worth 1,000 words, okay? 1,000 words, ladies and gentlemen. If you know, you know. But I've seen this conversation, and it has been living in my head rent-free for days. Literally. Days, I tell you.
Cybernetics had already begun creating a new weapon, one that continued King Ghidorah's legacy.
No!
Hidden in the King of the Monsters credits, it's revealed that Monarch had not only experimented on creating organic titans of their own, but even—
As they should. As they absolutely should. I'm just saying, as they absolutely should. And then they're gonna be painted as humans making their own titan. Bro, these humans are literally powerless in this world with these giant big fucking lizard monkeys, okay? Like, obviously you should come up with some sort of weapon or contingency plan to survive.
a mechanical one that could be used for war against other humans.
I mean, against other humans, not as based, but like, okay.
They could replace Godzilla and reclaim the planet they believe belonged to them. How could they possibly have the elements needed to create a titan of their own? Well,
nukes!
They don't. Oh. Following the battle with
never mind.
The G-Man.
Oh, humans just like, nah, we got this. Nah, I'd win. Nah, we'll be fine. I know every time humans decide to build some sort of new Giga Super Ultra God weapon, like it never ends up working out and it's always for nefarious purposes. But I think it's completely justified when they are bowing to the whims of alien hydras, okay?
Alan Jonah got his hands on the head of Ghidorah that he lost in Mexico and sold it.
How do you lose it? How on earth do you lose the head of a titan?
To Apex. This angered Godzilla, who could sense his arch nemesis still left a nasty stain on his planet. Thus, he attacked the facility where it was housed. Damn. Apex wanted the real reason behind the attack to be covered up, and instead suggested that Godzilla had just gone rogue. That way, Apex—
Bro, false headlines every time.
To be covered up, and instead—
typical CNN news coverage, am I right? Typical CNN news coverage. Always pushing an agenda. Always agenda-fying shit. Yeah. Godzilla no longer savior. Of course that's what you want the people to believe. And you know what? People are gonna eat that shit up. Godzilla's gonna get canceled on Twitter. And there's nothing worse than a lizard nuclear god than getting canceled on Twitter by little people that are just upset with their own lives.
Just that Godzilla had just gone rogue. That way, Apex could use it as an excuse to get the missing ingredient for their mech: Hollow Earth energy. They couldn't traverse this new world alone, though. They needed a guide. They needed—
Monkey
Kong.
There it is, baby.
Thus, he was taken from Skull Island with the promise that they could help him return home.
Bro, you have him chained to a boat.
Doing so, they facilitated Kong's rebellion against Godzilla. No,
but I feel like Kong isn't— how does Kong even stand a chance against Godzilla? Kong is just a big monkey. Godzilla is a living nuclear weapon. Like, what the frick, bro?
Knowing that one of his ancient enemies had broken the peace treaty the G-Man ordered out to all Titans, he went in to attack. Thus, the battle between two alpha super species commenced, with Kong narrowly escaping the attack in the end, finally getting his ticket home. For the first time since the beginning of the ancient war, Kong sat upon his throne and reclaimed his battle axe in the Hollow Earth.
My boy, back to being monkey.
Meanwhile, Apex intended to bring an end to the rule of Titans by using the telepathic abilities of Ghidorah to remotely pilot a giant mechanical Godzilla, paralleling the ancient humans who enslaved the Titans.
Based ancient humans for enslaving listen, the Titans— listen, listen. I'm just saying. Who are you? Who wrote this script? PETA? PETA, goddammit!
I mean, what could possibly go wrong? The problem all stemmed from how humanity stupidly powered the machine with things outside of their control. After recreating the energy that Apex had found in the Hollow Earth and using it to power the mech, Ghidorah's consciousness took over.
You cannot possibly blame them. Listen, I'm pro-human, okay? You can cancel me for many things, but being pro-human is not one of those. I am pro-human, and if they are these giant, semi-sentient monkey, lizard, nuclear, alien, dragon, moth demons that are ruling the planet and can wipe us out at any time. Brother, you want a contingency plan, dude. You cannot blame them for the consciousness of a dead alien taking over a giant robot. That's too fictional.
This creation truly was just one big F you to Godzilla, as it was the mind of his biggest rival, built by the minds of the humans who betrayed him. And so as MechaGodzilla broke free from the Apex facility, he was met with his...
I love how they didn't put a self-destruct button on this, obviously.
His arch nemesis, Godzilla, who had since just gone another round with Kong. Remembering how their last battle went, the false king wanted revenge. In the end though, both Kong and Godzilla put their ancient rivalry aside to help each other defeat MechaGodzilla, symbolizing how humanity, Kong, and nature, Godzilla, must work together harmoniously to protect the world.
How on earth is that the conclusion? Wait, what?
To help each other,
alright, signifying
defeat MechaGodzilla, symbolizing how
this is symbolized right now. Alright, let's see what we're symbolizing.
Humanity,
the humanity that built the robot that they're trying to defeat.
Kong,
the guy that fought Godzilla a second ago and caused like a lot of this shit.
And nature, Godzilla.
Yeah, and Godzilla literally what? The villain was just a combo of all these things.
Must work together harmoniously to protect the world. And so, with game recognizing game, Godzilla allowed Kong to live.
Godzilla was locked the fuck in
as king, but only in the Hollow Earth.
Wow, that is so nice of Godzilla. Godzilla let Kong remain as king, but only in the Hollow Earth. You know that big empty pit in the middle of nowhere? Yes, sir. You are king over there. You are king of the pantry, my guy.
Where Kong finally found what he was after all this time. A family. The problem was, it was Scar King's family. The real reason Kong's life turned out the way it did. If Ghidorah was Godzilla's arch nemesis, Scar was by far Kong's. They tried to force Kong.
That's insane. Now there's all, they just said you are king over there in that spot where all of your enemies are living. You can be king. We will remain together as friends in harmony. You go be a king over these people that want you dead.
Into submitting to their new empire, but let's see how that turned out. Once Scar realized that Kong had been to the surface world, the tyrant leader realized that his time to rule had finally come. He unleashed Shima once again, with Kong narrowly escaping alive. He suffered.
This lore is actually insane.
But frostbite, resulting in the aid of humanity once more, symbolizing their strong connection. What remained?
Bro really loves symbolizing the connection between humanity and kaijus. When in actuality, none of that matters at all.
Of the MechaGodzilla tech was repurposed into a gauntlet for—
Yo, what the frick? They gave him the Thanos gauntlet? They just gave King Kong the Infinity Stone? This lore, this is actually mind-blowing lore. This is an insane story. Like, this is JoJo characters, but with gods.
Kong to wield, helping him fight regardless of his injuries. Back on the surface world, Godzilla was restless. He had lost all patience. This was because he could sense a distress signal sent by the Iwi, who had gotten so scared of Scar King's rise to power that they called upon a god to save them.
No. Bro, you just literally gave that domain to Kong. No.
If he wasn't fed up enough as it is with his home destroyed and titans like Scylla disobeying his rule, Scar King was preparing for
disobeying his rule. Bro, do these people actually have like authority over each other? I totally thought these kaijus were just, you know, like animals, right? Like not sentient creatures. Like there's like an actual whole democratic system. These are intelligent beings.
For war once again. Thus, he began his training arc. Godzilla scoured the planet, absorbing radiation before rocking up at Tiamat's home.
He just went around eating nuclear reactors. His fucking Giga Chad.
That's right, this battle with Scar was so huge that Godzilla lost all composure. The king of the monsters resorted to killing anything that got in his way, thus annihilated Tiamat, slept in her lair, absorbing an insane amount of radiation from the sun and Tiamat's DNA, turning Godzilla into the physical manifestation of Barbenheimer, a walking pink weapon of mass destruction.
See, this is what I'm saying. He is wiping out a city right now. I know they're not showing the casualties on screen, but he literally is wiping out a massive city of people. I don't think that it is insane to build a mech to fight these things, dude. Bro became Super Saiyan Rose.
The nail in the coffin to make this an all-time worst day in Godzilla's life was Kong breaking his peace treaty once again and returning to the surface world. He did so in search for help, and luckily their battle didn't last long, as the guardian angel herself, Mothra, returned to calm things down.
What an insane lore. I love how the humans just are completely irrelevant in all of this. Like, you know, we'll talk about symbolism. The symbolism here is how actually irrelevant every single one of our lives actually are when it comes to the grand scheme of things. If there's gonna be a war that's gonna break out, you are not gonna matter. You want some real hard-hitting nihilistic fucking symbolism? You heard right. You probably don't matter. That's the symbolism of Kong versus Godzilla.
Fulfilled her prophecy of saving the Iwi and being the catalyst to ending the ancient war as Mothra, Kong and Godzilla made their move against Scar King. The tyrant titan had managed to make his way to the surface world after following Kong to a monarch outpost. Thus, using Shimo, he began to freeze Rio de Janeiro.
No, not Rio de Janeiro, no!
Before eventually losing to the combination of Kong, Godzilla, Suko, Mothra and Shimo, who had since been freed from Scar King's control. She froze him solid with Kong landing.
Bro, this show is just balls to the walls, straight up action. You watch for the fucking monsters, okay? Dude, no one cares about the people. Humans are assholes, we know that. We're here to watch crazy monster lore.
The killing blow, shattering Scar to pieces. Thus, this ancient feud had finally been settled.
I love how the conclusion of every arc is, the ancient feud over! And then, Clorgulus showed up! Clorgulus is actually the secret ancient enemy of all of them combined. Clorgulus is an alien that also comes from the hollow earth of an alternate dimension, and he is mad!
Kong had a family, adopting Suko as his son and Shimo as a loyal pet, whilst also returning to the Hollow Earth, fulfilling his peace treaty with Godzilla, earning the title of King Kong.
No way! That's how he got his name, King Kong. What the frick?
Meanwhile, after the worst 24 hours of his life, Godzilla returned to nap in the Colosseum after finally putting an end to his ops. Now, if you want to enjoy more...
He ended his ops. Kong's Riz was just too strong and Mothra had to join the fight, bro. Mothra came in with the Mothra Riz and Godzilla was locked in, baby. Locked in.
Peak fiction, then I highly recommend that you click this video on your screen right now.
Bruh, that was actually awesome. That was a really good video, Mr. Movie Balls Deep or whatever. I take it you're the same guys as the anime Balls Deep, but that was a banger. Bro made a good freaking video covering the absolutely insane history and lore of the Monsterverse. In conclusion, humans like watching big monsters fucking kill each other. It doesn't matter. The symbolism, the metaphors, the ideology of all that. Bro, it's crazy fucking balls to the walls awesome, and that's all everyone cares about. And that's great. And movie critics can suck a dick because big monsters going ooga booga and fighting each other, yes, sirino. That's what we're all here for. Big fucking monsters. Yes. I am actually interested in the Dune one, and I might get to that. So that was a banger. Thank you so much for joining. Stay weird, fam. Let me know if you want me to watch more. Bye. If you made it to the end, click one of these two videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on King. Stay weird, fam.